想要一個人聽海風，想要一個人看晚空，帶着那份悸動逃離搏速，還有絕美島嶼和自己約定說好，從不亂途，全可做到最高。躲進雨水都凝重，每步踩着細膩樂句找音符有幾個琴譜，等到那一天再數。苦練那半段合奏曲終將聽得到，旋轉的燈光誰會在旁壓軸送出當初我最愛的歌是你嗎？如飛天星火隨心不閃躲，載住昨日美夢碎片衝破險阻，還多的軌跡是由原勝地乘着音階觀光夢裏早已學會飛，一點點堆積原界的風景，努力去創造幻想中的仙境，太美，來吧送給你。期望對着你輕輕唱貼近耳朵，大門外景色照舊還未變魔，放聲全力去唱，再三為我鼓掌，心底的火花在高漲，聽旋律奏響，看誰在發亮，幻覺會退去，若感到累，那就回味我創作譜寫的魔法之旅，一點點堆積原界的風景，唱着跳着說着細心編寫，遊歷過程太動聽。星河间璀璨细数流淌，一瞬息皆是华丽乐章。抬头望，你我间光阴铭刻心房，一刹那现实让人彷徨，却猝不及防。时光是那些回忆的长廊，镜头始终习惯隐藏，我却从未试图去猜想。目光是坚定着我的回响，照耀着我不曾彷徨，闪亮。谱写着你我的旋律，让一切律动在一起，唱起了这一刻的思念化成歌，在光里我弹奏着银河的讯息，拥抱着幸福的奇迹，星光映天际是属于我们不散的记忆。 真处一直让人迷茫，我们却从未胆怯彷徨。过往不再加算你的力量，折射出无尽的光芒，闪亮。在光里，我谱写着未来的旋律，让时间咏唱着勇气，记录了我们最辉煌的那首歌。在光里，我弹奏着宇宙的魔力，冲散着不安的痕迹。风暴消失后，自由辽阔是我们的晨曦，奇迹，记忆。Stars 被湮灭在霓虹的夜，
Alrighty,
实现所记
ladies and
的谎言，
gentlemen,
手来
here we
深入简
are.
单，输出附件，思考周间世界像碎片般分裂。想要的一切，触手可及之前，是不是最让人眷恋？拥有喜悦，厌倦，在被欲望支配，无尽中沦陷。才不会让承诺被敷衍，不让真心被曲解。没有语言的人生，但每一步我要决定，却让下次被发现，让美丽被真实敷衍。我所了解的，我还没被了解，别再让善意被拖延，不听恶语和闲言。没有语言的人生，但每一步我要选择真错误，不被遮掩。真实的我在你眼前，我所了解的，我等待被发现。词不达意料无心，一言语之中有几个字算是发自内心。My muse， 暗恋挣扎无处安放，疯癫浮夸，灵感已消失在名利场。失去的一切，措手不及之前，是不是从未被察觉？像是空白残缺，或许总学不会珍惜和感谢。
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. So, welcome all of you today, because today we're going to do something really interesting that I'm thinking of doing it from really long time, which is ranking the Gasha games that I currently play. Yeah. Alright, so until now I've been playing Withering Waves, Genshin Impact, and Zenless Zone Zero. And I'm going to rank these 3 games using some specific characteristics and properties. Like, we'll start with the overworld properties, then we'll go through the game story and quests. Then after that, we're going to talk a little bit on combat and character gameplay and systems, mechanics, etc. Of course, we're going to talk about the Gacha economy system, because that is the core of a Gacha game. And lastly, we're going to talk about some technical performance characteristics. And of course, I'm going to give my overall results for each game that I play. Alright, so without further ado, let's get started. Alright, alright, I guess, yeah, let's just stay there. This interface is better for this, since we're just talking. Alright, so I'm going to try, first things first, with the overworld properties. Yeah, this is just a draft, by the way. I'm just typing to see the font and stuff. So, the first thing that we're going to talk about here is the overworld exploration and properties. And the first thing that I want to talk about here is the overworld size. I know this might not be a fair comparison here, but I'm doing it anyways. Yeah, this is how you prefer a game, some stuff in a game over another game. Yeah, because as you all know, Genshin Impact is older than these two games. But let not that deceive you. There is some this is a 1 year old game, and there is a lot of things that are so much better compared to Genshin. So let's get into it and let's do a bit of a rating here and there. We'll start as always with Weathering Waves. The overworld size, I'll give it 8 or maybe 7 out of 10 here. By the way, all the rating here will be on 10 points. And I'm going to give these 5, and I'm going to give Genshin 10 because one of the overworld size in Genshin is, yeah, I don't have suitable words for it to describe. It's so huge, bro. I don't know, man. Just a region. I'm going just to state a region, like for example Liyue. Just until now I haven't finished the exploration of Liyue, and I'm pretty sure there might be day one players who didn't finish the exploration on this game. I'm pretty sure that Genshin will win a lot of points here. Yeah, okay. Zenless Zone Zero at the beginning, I'm talking about the patch 1.x. It was sucks. If it wasn't on the current patches, the 2.x, I'll give it just 2, maybe even 1, because all we know is the name of the regions, and you can just access those regions with combat or challenges. I'm talking about exactly here. I'm talking about the Hollow. We don't know where the outer ring is. We don't know the 6th street is, but they actually fixed it in the patch 2.x or 2.0, and it was really so much better. But it's still small. There is a lot of room for improvement here, so that's why I'm giving it here only 5. Weathering Waves, it's the same thing. I mean, it might be better than this, but I mean, come on, it's still the patch. I think we are on almost the final versions of the current second chapter, the patch 2.x. So there's still room for these two games to cook here. So yeah, but for now Genshin Impact is the best regarding the overworld size. However, the graphics, yeah, the opposite, bro. It's the absolute opposite. I might even give Genshin 6. Alright, I'll keep it 7 because there are some really great places in Genshin. But the problem here that might that let Weathering Waves has the maximum full points here is the graphic. The graphic in Weathering Waves are so insane, bro. The amount of work they put to enhance this property on this game, I don't know, chicks. I don't know how to describe it. They put a lot of work to improve the graphics on this game. Let's be honest here. Genshin has some great Genshin graphical design. However, I didn't see a lot of improvement. I mean, like for example, there are some beautiful places in Liyue, some beautiful places in Inazuma. Same thing for currently in Notcry. There was some improvement. I'm not saying that there wasn't really, but I'm talking about radical improvements. Like I don't know, maybe some more ray tracing, some the advanced graphical design that they already exist nowadays in Weathering Waves. So yeah, the overall exploration, in Weathering Waves, it's great. I love it. But in Genshin, it's so much better. Yeah, it's so much better. And I don't know, I didn't talk about the overall graphic design. I only put I'm going to put even 4 here because I don't like it at all. It's so bad. They could have done so much better here. I don't know. I don't like it a lot. You may disagree with me, but this is my point of view here. Same thing here, the exploration. I mean, there was like interacting with people, solving some anecdote here and there, but yeah, it's not that great. It's not that great here. However, in Genshin, there is a lot. There is a lot to do. There is millions of stuff to do in Genshin. Same thing for Weathering Waves, but yeah, I'll even give it an 8 compared to Genshin. The exploration in Genshin is so much better than the overworld exploration in Weathering Wave. However, the exploration freedom here, it's so restricted in Genshin. I'll give it even 4, maybe even 3. It's so bad, and it's locked out behind specific characters. Like for example, let's talk about Wanderer. Wanderer can fly. Chaska can fly. Farina can walk on water. Same thing for Moalani. It can even surf on water. You know what's even better than all of these characters? Mavuika. She can fly, walk on water, and climb on walls. The worst thing that I hate in Genshin is climbing on walls. And at the end, when you're almost there, the stamina goes out, and you just fell down and you die. I hate that. I swear, I freaking hate that a lot. That's why it's so bad here. I'm not going to even mention the exploration freedom here. The exploration on this game, it's it's so bad. I don't know. I feel like there is nothing to explore there. What do you have to explore? Like bamboos? Look where the bamboos are in the day and night, and yeah, it's so bad. But after the patch 2.x, where they actually put or made a map of the hollow and stuff, they put some, I don't know, some enhancement to the exploration. But still, you can just run. So the freedom is still restricted here. There is no climbing and stuff, so yeah, I'll just give it a 2 here. Maybe I'll give it a 4 because you don't have to climb, you don't have to fly, you just need to run, and there's a lot of waypoint to teleport. So yeah, but I don't know. This might be invalid here, so I'll just put nothing there. Yeah, there is no, I don't know what to put there. It's so flexible. However, in Weathering Waves, yeah, you know what I'm talking about here. You guys know very damn well what I'm about to talk about here. I mean, you can fly before even the flight existed. There is no climbing on walls. You can run, you can grapple, you can double jump, you can do a lot of stuff that made the exploration way easier, and you were able to use some echoes that can also fly, like for example the heron. He can fly. There's the Inferno Rider. It's like just riding a bike, like having a week for free. So the exploration freedom on this game, it's so much better. It's unbelievable. Alright. Yeah, I might give Genshin 8 here because there's some design that are really breathtaking. Breathtaking, yeah. Alright, the environmental interactivity. Yeah. In Weathering Waves, I loved so much the interactions with the environment in the exploration, like puzzles, like stuff like that. Yeah, I'll give it 8 here, but in Genshin, it was like a lot of environmental interactivity here. I'll even give 7 here. I know there is room to improve this, but I'm going to give you later the reason why I gave only 7 for Weathering Waves compared to 9 in Genshin Impact. In Zenless Zone Zero, yeah, it's still mid. Yeah, it's mid. It's nothing too crazy. You only have the interaction with few NPC. Compared to these two games, it's even 4. It's nothing compared to these 2 games. But yeah, I might even give it a 10 here because, like, the amount of interactions with the environment in Genshin, yeah, it's so multiple. Sometimes I just get lost in Genshin's exploration. I sometimes, even when I reach 100% exploration in a region, there's still some stuff to see and explore, and especially the NPCs as well. Same thing for Weathering Waves, but it's a little bit less compared to Genshin. Hold on a second. I'll give it 8 for one reason. It's because of the what they call it, the exploration quests. I love those. I really love those because they have like very, very important impact on the environment. So huge. The in-game and overworld puzzles. I'll give it 7 here. There's still room to improve in... Hold on a second. I'll give it maybe even 9. Yeah. Here I'm going to give it 9 as well. Bro, the mini games and the puzzles in Weathering Waves, I enjoyed almost all of them. I've been playing this game for the patch 1.2, and I loved every single puzzle they introduced in this game. Every single one of them. Unlike Genshin and Zenless, I hated some of them. I really did. Like, for example, most of the puzzle they came from the TV system and from the events, but there is some of them that really frustrated me. And instead of just feeling that satisfaction on solving something really interesting, you just have the anxiety to fix it. So yeah, same thing here for Genshin. There are some puzzles that were, especially in Inazuma. Inazuma's puzzles were insane. I'm going to call that region instead of the Nation of War or whatever is that. I forgot what nation was that. Nation of Eternity maybe? But still, it's actually the Nation of War. It's the real Nation of War, by the way. Unlike Natlan. Natlan, it's like a nation of dancing and music and singing. I'm calling it Inazuma, I'm calling it the Nation of Puzzles. The puzzles in there were really insane. And some of them were like, how do I even freaking solve this? It's so freaking insane. It's unbelievable. But still, they were so much fun. Yeah, but I couldn't, to be honest, I couldn't solve all of them, unlike Weathering Waves. So that's why I give it an I. It doesn't have anything to do with my IQ, by the way. Some of them were like not realistic. I'm calling it just like that. Alright, maybe Genshin is better than Zenless Zone Zero here. Let's be honest here. Alright. Maybe because I hate the TV system, I'll give it just 7. Alright. However, by the way, the new puzzles that they introduced in the latest patch, yeah, they were a lot fun. They were so much better compared to those that you fixed, like the electricity in the bamboo, or just wait for that the timing to click. Yeah, those like nah, yeah, so bad. Alright, so the overworld content density. Oh boy, I got a lot to say here. I'm going to give Weathering Waves 8 for one reason, and one only. Maybe even 7 here. Yeah. Guys, it sometimes I know some players that it took them only one day, less than 24 hours, for them to finish the full exploration on a region, like for example in a new update. Once the update is there, they just keep grinding everything. There isn't a lot of content in the map for this game compared to the other games, bro. Like for example, compared to Genshin, yeah, you're not getting 100% in 24 hours. Like for example, in Not Cry, even if they actually improved the exploration in Not Cry, like day and night, they put like some insane adjustment to the compass that made it way easier for yeah, you cannot even do that. You can't explore all Not Cry in 24 hours. However, I knew a lot of people that explored Raguna City in the patch 2.0. They explored every single region back then. As 100% yellow, just like that. How did they do it? I don't know. Yeah, we do know. Yeah, because the density of things that you explore, it's less. Yeah, like for example, let's talk about Septimont here. For example, Septimont City, it's so freaking huge, bro, and there is like maybe 50 to 70, maybe even to 80% of space on that map that is just empty. There is nothing to do there. There is only people, NPCs, no puzzles, no side quests, no. This is the problem here with Weathering Waves. They should really work on this factor. This factor is very important. So I'll even give it 6, just because of Septimont, bro, guys. Septimont and I forgot Farlova's Snows-Fair. I forgot the name of that place. That place as well. I explored these 2 regions in only 3 days, and even if I'm chilling to the maximum, I can explore it 3, 4 to 5 days maximum. The last Septimont region, I explored all of it to 80% in one stream, and that was like for maybe 3 to 4 hours, I guess. So they really need to work on this. Yeah, the overall content density in Zenless, it's mid. Yeah, it's nothing. Even in the new maps, there isn't much to do. I can finish the exploration in one stream, 5, even 3 hours. Yeah, even 1 hour, guys. It's nothing. It's nothing to do there. The whole, what do you do? It's opening chests, exploring that bamboo that gives you where are the chests and everything. Solving puzzles there. Yeah, it's so easy. All you're doing is pressing R or whatever is that. Is pressing one button or holding it or whatever is that. Yeah, they should definitely work on this as well. Yeah, Genshin is good. There is a lot to do that it's impossible to finish. Even if you thought like in this region, yeah, I 100% this region, there will always be hidden chests that you never thought it would be there. Yeah, I'm talking about those stupid common chests. Day and night and weather system. Hold on. Yeah, in Weathering Waves and Genshin, perfect. Now, perfect simulation to the weather. Perfect. However, in Zenless, yeah, not so much. Sorry to disappoint you guys. Yeah, I mean, in general, let's be honest here. In general, I feel like the overall exploration in Zenless, it's so bad. It's so bad. They were... Let's say I'm doing this video here before 2.x or 2.0. Yeah, all of this will be like 0s and 1s and 2s. Yeah. Alright, so let's move on to the world aesthetic. So I mean, same here, I guess. In Weathering Waves, bro, the aesthetic, the unique identity of the game itself, it never ceases to amaze me. I mean, this is the main reason why I played Zenless Zone, Wuthering Waves. It's because it has that apocalyptic identity, or it's so insane. And they also improved the cultural inspiration, especially in the latest region. I mean, I would give it less points if it weren't because of the Laguna patch, the 2.x patch. They put a lot of effort on improving this characteristic, especially in the last patch, the latest patches of 2.x. In Zenless, maybe I'll give it a 6 here, because they give it, or maybe even 7, because what thing that actually attracts me in this game is having those comics, those I don't know, the animation and the cutscenes, and the apocalyptic. They have their apocalyptic or catastrophic events that happened. Yeah, it's so amazing here. So I'm giving it a 7, but there is still more to improve, because yeah, they're going down in the current patch, bro. The storytelling in the current patch 2.x, yeah, it's not going good. It's not going really good. Lately it's improving a little bit, little by little, but I don't know where is that going. It's like they still need more of the lore consistency. I'm going to talk about this later. Yeah, this is what the Genshin and Wuthering Wave have. That, I mean, Genshin has like really a lot of cultural inspiration. Like every single region is talking about something, is representing something. Like, for example, in Mondstadt, it's representing freedom. Liyue representing contracts. Eternity in Azuma. Justice in Fontaine. It's so amazing. I really, really love it. And it actually will hook you without even you paying attention to that. So yeah, it is amazing. The world aesthetic in Genshin, it's so amazing. So that leaves us here in general. Yeah, overall Genshin will be winning here, I guess, a little compared to Wuthering Waves. We'll have to calculate the sum at the end. Okay, next up we're going to talk about something really, really important here, which is the main story quality, which is, you know, guys, something really, really, really important in a game in general, especially a role-playing game. So you should, or you must, not even should, you must have a good story. So to be honest, I'm going to give this game 10, because the main story in this game is so beautiful. It's so amazing. It has a lot of adventurous, a lot of action, a little bit of drama here and there. Yeah, just a little bit. And some romance, indirectly. Yeah, you know, guys, what I'm talking about. Yeah, there is everything in Wuthering Waves. In Zenless, I'll give it an 8, just because of the latest patch. The 2.x was especially the start. They could have. I don't. It's not that I hate. It's not that I hate it, but I feel like they could have implemented it in a very, very better way. But still, the way that the story is progressing, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be peak if they know how to implement it. If they don't screw it up. This is what I'm talking about here. They have really, really great potential in this main story. So yeah, I'll even give it a 9. Just because of the latest main quest. Yeah, especially at the end when they met that their teacher, the siblings, when they met their teacher and heard that message. Yeah, that actually took me off guard. I wish the story was breathtaking from the beginning. Yeah, because like there were a lot of dull moments. So yeah, in Genshin, yeah, I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8 for one, maybe 2 reasons, but one main reason is because of Natlan. Natlan, guys, they introduced Natlan region as a war nation. And what would you expect from a war nation? You would expect wars. Even maybe war between tribes. This is what I was imagining. Like war here and there, bro. Like you will enter like a catastrophic world about to die, and we are going to save it. But at the end, what did we find? Yeah, Kukasaurs. Colors, colorful nation. Dancings, musics. I mean, I don't mind all of that. But do not tell me that we are entering a nation of war. It's like selling lies here. It's like selling lies. The only Arc quest that I feel like there was a war, I don't remember which act was that, but it was when the Abyss attacked us from multiple regions, and we had to travel all along the map to see where the fight or where the invasion are actually happening, where we were traveling with that balloon or whatever is that. Yeah, that's the only good patch. The only good patch in Natlan. The whole Natlan. And the fight between Mavuika and Capitano. Yeah. The good part, it ended when Mavuika hit with all her powers and cracked up the sky. The false sky. Yeah. It ended there for me. Natlan, or the Nation of War, or whatever is that, it ended there. The rest is just bullshit. The rest for me, it's just so bad. This is the only arc that I don't like. I mean, compared to others, I really loved Archon, the Mondstadt Archon quest. Leeway as well was so much fun for me, especially at the end we were fighting that huge thing on the water. That was so peak. Especially the Ningguang move. That was so amazing. When she even sacrificed all of her flying house. I'm calling it just flying house. I forgot the accurate names here. So yeah. There is a lot of things to say here, to be honest. Inazuma was so much fun. Yeah. But to be honest, until now, the peak Archon quest for me was in Fontaine. ladies and gentlemen. In Zenith, yeah, I prefer, like I said, I prefer the first chapter because it has a lot of fun moment, a lot of comics, a lot of the cutscenes, bro. The cutscenes on this, we're going to talk about it later. Let's not talk about it now. Yeah, come on, guys. I'm not even going to talk about this. There is some people that says the first chapter wasn't that good. Yeah, I beg to differ here. I really beg to differ. Yeah, I know there were some flaws like in voice acting and graphic stuff, but bro, just try to do it one more time and see how much it actually improved. Yeah, you're going to take that back for sure. The World Quest engagement, however, holy, I have a lot of things to say here. Yeah, I'm giving it here 8 because of one reason. Because the world quest in this, the world quest in this game called exploration quests. The exploration quests are so amazing, but I feel like there is some more room to improve them, and they need to implement more. They are like handful, so less amount of exploration quests here. Yeah, they need to implement more of this. And they need to improve it. However, in Zenless, I think it's a little bit worse because I don't know even what to call it. There was like in the TV system there was like something called exploration, something like that, and there was like fighting events. Yeah. It's so much. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I'll give it. It's still going down. Now that I'm recalling stuff from the past, it's still going down. Yeah, it's so bad. Yeah, for me, there was like no engagement whatsoever, bro. I don't know what I'm talking about even here. What are world quests in this game? I don't know, man. Yeah. However, in Genshin, bro, there are like I don't know. There is a lot of world quests. I'm not going to talk. There is world quests and there is side quests. The world quest is the big quests. There, there were the most of them are not voiced. Maybe all of them are not voiced, but they have like very impact on the lore of the game and on the exploration or the on the map of the game. I loved almost all of the world quest in Genshin, but the thing is, they were too long. They were so much long. Sometimes I feel like my head is lost. Where am I? Yeah, in some of the quests, what am I doing? And sometimes I just have to skip some of the dialogues because they were like too many. I only wish they added a skip button, and with that skip button, they gave you a summary to read all of that. What's going to happen or what is that about? That would be perfect. I wish they implement this in all of all of the game. That would be so much better. But it does not need a lot of work. The character story quality. I'm not even going to talk about this, guys. You know for damn reason why I'm putting here full score. Yeah, I enjoyed all of them. Because I play male rover and I am male. Maybe the females will not enjoy those quests a lot, but yeah. All right, let's be serious here. The story of this of the characters are so much better. The only character story that I hated, yeah, Linians. That's why. Yeah, I'm not giving them less points just because of that furry piece of crap. So yeah. Um, Same thing for here, but I don't know. There's Yeah, I think I like all of them. Yeah, unless some of them there was some dull moments. I hate dull moment where there is just meaningful conversation. And this is the same thing for Genshin. There are some really, really good companion story quests, and there are some of them that, like, let's take for example, Purina story quest. I was waiting when Furina is going to gain her powers. That never happened, bro. At the end, yeah, she just got the vision. How did she got it? Why? And yeah, most important question is how. Yeah, it just dropped from the sky. Come on, man. And I need to know how she got used to those powers and how she enjoyed them. I mean, I know there were like some teasers and but I would love to actually play that in the game. I might miss some things regarding that, but I mean, this has to go with almost a lot of other companion story quests. However, in Weathering Waves, I don't recall that there is a story quest that I didn't enjoy. Even Linians, I enjoyed it. It's just I didn't like it that much, but the fact that they actually turn it in a 2D game, that brings back like some nostalgic things that I actually enjoyed that. It's just I hate the fucking characters, guys. I fucking hate the character. That's why I didn't like it that much. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, guys. I don't need to explain that. Alright. The quest variety. Yeah, here where Genshin is going to win because, yeah, there is a lot of things to do. But like sometimes you just explore and boom, someone needs help, and you see it on the map and you just run and help it. There is side quests, explore world quests. There is companion quests. There is tribal quests. There are, yeah, they improved it, especially in Natlan and most of all in Not Cry region. They made it a lot better. But the problem is, yeah, it's the quality. Sometimes they fell behind the quality of storytelling. Yeah, that's why. I mean, in terms of variety, yeah, they're taking the maximum points. However, in Zenless, yeah, it's nothing too crazy. There are like three types of quests: main quests, event quests, and side quests. And even they're putting less side. I didn't even see a side quest. Those blue ones. There is none. They added companion quests where they actually go watch a movie or go eat something together or go somewhere together. Yeah, I mean in terms of variety, yeah, nothing too crazy, but it's still doing good. Same thing here for Weathering Waves. Like uh, this is the problem here as well. The side quests, yeah, I'm putting it at the bottom here. The side quests are so, yeah, handful. There's handful of side quests for each region. compared to Genshin, yeah, there is a lot. And yes, Zenless is even ignoring nowadays they're even ignoring the side quests nowadays. Yeah, they need to implement more of these. They really should. But compared to Zenless, yeah, it's so much better. It's so much better. All right. Um, hold on here. I'm talking about world quest engagement. I'm talking about the exploration quest engagement. Yeah, it's the same as Genshin. Yeah, it's the same as Genshin, but it's just there compared to Genshin. There isn't many. I mean, this is a new game compared to Genshin. That is quite normal. But the engagement, yeah, it's almost the same. It's almost the same for me. The cutscene quality, yeah, they're really screwing everything up lately. I don't know why. I'm not going to talk about Not Cry here, but the cutscene. I mean, at the first in all the nations except for Natlan, they were like peak, like 9. But because of Natlan, bro, yeah, they really screwed everything, like a lot of things. They like erased everything good they ever done. Like for example, the fighting cutscenes, like in the interlude quests in where we saw Dainsleif fighting that, I don't know, whatever is that stupid thing. So bad. It's so bad, guys. I don't know how to fucking describe it. There is a lot of people who's actually talking about this, and with the actual cutscenes, yeah, but it's so bad. They're really ruining the cutscenes in lately. But before they were like peak. I'm going just for the sake of the Fontaine and Inazuma, and currently in Nodcry, yeah, I'm going to give it a 7. If I have uh to rank every nation alone, yeah, Fontaine will be the first. Nodcry might be better because yeah, there. I mean, it's still new. Let's not count Nodcry here because it hasn't finished yet. So Fontaine will be the first. Then, for me, Inazuma, then Liyue, then Mondstadt, then Sumeru, and at the fucking bottom, Natlan. The only thing, there's 2 cutscenes that I really liked. The cutscene where we had Mavuika fighting Capitano, yeah, maybe 3. And when Mavuika hit the fucking false sky and cracked it open, and the last one, when this is actually giving me chills, when Capitano sacrificed his life. Yeah, for that I'm going to give it even 8. Damn, I fucking forget that. But the rest in Atlan, yeah, nah, man, I really don't like it. Okay, voice acting quality. Holy shit, bro. Holy man. Yeah, currently the best game that they actually improved, and they shown like a very 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 different level of creativity in the voice acting. It's insane, guys. It's insane. Like they introduced in a lot of accent, a lot of freaking accent, Russian accent. The only accent that I didn't hear is in Indian accent. I wish I hear it someday. I really did. I really hope they introduce it. Italian accent. Oh, bro. Polish accent. I really enjoyed every single one of them. Yeah, the patch 2.x, it's so amazing. The patch 1.x, it's mid. It's nothing too crazy. It's mid, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about, guys. Here I'm giving it an 8, nothing too crazy, but I actually enjoyed it. I might even give it a 9. I'm talking exactly here why I like the voice acting quality in this game is especially in the funny moment. I almost like every funny moment in Zenless Zone Zero. And lately, if you guys do Seed Story Quest, oh my god, it will, I don't know, that she always caught me off guard. Whenever she like introduce something or talk about something, oh my god, it's so freaking funny. That character is in another world and another level. Finally, Genshin. Yeah, I don't know about this. Yeah, I might give it like 6. Sorry, 6. Yeah, it's nothing too crazy there. Nah, I'll give it. It's mid for me. Yeah, the voice acting quality. Yeah, I'll give it a 6 just because of some. Yeah, maybe even a 7 just because of Aino here. Aino was the best voice actor I saw in. Yeah, Aino saved the Genshin here from this. The rest of the characters, it's nothing too crazy. I mean, yeah, I liked the voice acting on Raiden, Novelette, Zhongli is good, but come on, man, compared to Weathering Waves, yeah, Weathering Waves is another level. Bottom line, the dialogue choices and impact. Yeah, in Genshin it's so bad. Sometimes I feel like even in the main story quest, I feel like there is some really long conversation, like blah 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 blah. They could have summarized like sometimes there is some dialogues that are 10 to 20 minutes. Come on, man. Yeah, maybe I'm exaggerating here. Yeah, maybe just 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. They could have summarized it into 1 to 2 minutes, bro, and not waste my time hearing just, oh, you went there. What are you doing there? Oh my god, bro. They don't have this problem in Zenless. Yeah, the main quests, even the latest quest in the main quest in Mudcry, it took me like 10 hours to 11 hours to finish it. It's so good. I don't deny that, but I feel like they could have really summarized some discordant dialogues and put like maybe 7 to 8 hours in total at least. They don't have that problem in Zenless Zone Zero, and they don't have that problem in Weathering Waves. The only thing that I'm putting 9 here is sometimes, yeah, Rover just I don't like the way that he talks sometimes. I feel like it's so freaking cold. I'll give it even an 8 just because of that. And sometimes the way he reacts, sometimes I don't like it, bro. Compared to Wise, I need to add the MC here. I need to add the MC. I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, I need to add the MC impact. The main character my favorite main character is Wise here. Then Rover came after that. The way that Wise engage with the conversation, it's insane. Sometimes, yeah, he respond to something crazy with, he's like chilling, bro. He's like chilling, and even like, for example, you say something serious or accuse him to something serious, and he's just, oh, is that what you're talking about? He's just chilling, bro. There's nothing that actually shake him. Yeah. I need to add the MC impact here. All right, the consistency of lore. Yeah, I think all of them have very good consistency of lore. I'm not denying that at all. Yeah, we're not discussing this. So I guess we'll just use the MC impact. All right. The MC impact, yeah, like I said, I mean, I already talked about this. I just need to talk about the traveler. Yeah, this piece of crap is a useless piece of crap. He's the only thing that I really find great about him is the way how he handles Citlali. That's why I'm giving it a fucking 7. Yeah, other than that, I mean, bro, he's just a kid. He It's been 5 years, bro. We're playing this game in 5 years, and they could have done something really cool. You know what is that? Is seeing the traveler grow. Like we started 5 years ago as a kid. Now he might be a young, strong young man, bro. Could have been like for example, I'm going to talk about here the Black Clover, like Asta, for example. He was like small and he was building muscles, training, and at the end of that arc, he was like a strong young man, bro. He was. I wish they did the same for the Traveler. They could have put a lot of horror in there. Yeah. However, in terms of aura, all right. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes that happened to me. In terms of aura, let's add aura here. All right. In terms of aura, guys, yeah, MC is going to win. The rover is going. Yeah, the rover has a lot of aura compared to Wise. Yeah, so we'll give it here 10, and here we'll give it yeah maybe some yeah 8 because he's chill. He has absolutely no aura, guys. He has no aura at all. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry for the traveler, but the female traveler, yeah, the female traveler has a lot of aura compared to the male traveler, bro. And I regret not choosing the female traveler in day one. Yeah, she has a lot of aura compared to him. That's why I hate that male traveler a lot. He has almost no aura. And what? Why am I saying this? Do you remember, guys, when we had that when we finished with the war in the in Natlan Our Conquest? What did the traveler do? Yeah, I can't get that out of my mind. That dance is for girls. Yeah, it suited the female MC so much better than the male MC. Come on, man. Yeah, that was. I mean, doing this. Come on, man. Oh my god, bro. Yeah, that was so stupid. That's. I don't know, man. That is so stupid. Alrighty. I need to drink. I need to juice up because this is going to take a lot of time. Alrighty. Okay. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to talk about the combat and gameplay system. Yeah, this is going to be really important since we're talking about an action RPG. Yeah, the combat mechanic and system, it's so much important. All right. All right, that was too low for Genshin. Yeah, maybe I'll put even 7. Mm, I don't know. It's a hard choice here. But in these two games, personally, I enjoyed the combat mechanic in these two games quite a lot compared to Genshin. If you guys see my previous streams, you will understand this so easily. So the combat mechanic here rely on the outro and intro skill. Or sorry about that. Or let's just say the outro skills. This is the more important. So the team synergy here, yeah, it will be so much important on this game. If you don't know, if you don't know how the combat mechanic, because there are 100% related here. There are like team that synergize between each others that cannot synergize with other member. If you just combine them, yeah, you will just screw things up there. So I'll even give it a 9 just because it's a little bit tricky here and there. But the combat mechanic of this game, it's so much fun. They have a lot of good mechanics, like the dodging mechanic. It's insane. The counter attack. Oh my god, I freaking love that. The parrying system. This is the only reason why I'm going to give 9 to Zenless, because the parrying system on this game, I really hate it. The fact that you need to switch to another character in order for you to parry, I don't get that. In this game, however, you just need to basic attack at the same time when that attack happens. And there are like some echoes who has some unique parrying system. Not going to mention that because it's not that important, but you can parry with basic attack. That is so much easier. Same thing for this game. The only thing that I don't like is the way that you switch characters. It's a little bit trickier because I'm used to the button 1, 2, 3. Here you have only two buttons like next and previous. I wish they give you the freedom to either use that or use the numbers 1, 2, 3. So you have the freedom to give the assist to a specific character. This is the only thing that I don't like about Zenless. Like, you have to place, for example, a character in a specific order. Like, for example, in my case, I love to put the support at the beginning, the sub DPS at the middle, and at the end, the DPS, no matter what the case is. I always do that in Within Waves. However, in Zenless, nope, you don't have the choice to do that. Like, for example, Yushuan team, you have to put Yushuan at the beginning. Then you need to put Pan Yuhu exactly next to her because his assist, it goes to the previous character. And Polkra, for example, or another supporting character like I don't know, Lucy, or yeah, you need to put her at the end because it gives the supportive or the assist to the next character. Can you to the previous character? So sometimes you get confused. It's a little bit trickier. You need a PhD on this game to understand its mechanics. It's a little bit tricky here. And we are progressing and things are sometimes getting a little bit complicated. However, in this game, it's so much simple. It's so easy. You need to understand two things. First of all, you need to understand the type of the damage of the character. Like, is this character deal basic attack damage or liberation damage or skill damage? So, like, let's say for example, it deals skill damage. So you only need a sub DPS that actually buffs the skill damage. Yeah, because it works on outro skills. So you're giving your outro skill to that character that actually deals the skill damage, for example. And you put in an universal support that buffs everyone. So easy, so simple. You don't need a lot of things to understand. Yeah. So in Genshin, the combat mechanic on this game rely heavily on the elemental reactions. For example, you just, like, there is a character that deals hydro damage and another character that deals, I don't know, maybe cryo damage. If you combine these two, you will have the melt, and that melt sometimes deals a huge amount of damage. Let's say, for example, Citlali, for example, it buffs the melt damage, for example. It buffs the pyro and hydro related mechanics. So in general, this game rely on combat mechanic, which make it sometimes trickier. You need like specific characters in all. Like for example, Nilu work only with Bloom team. It's so niche. Like outside Bloom team, yeah, she's totally useless. Lauma, for example, it's a new character. She's going to be way important in Bloom team. Other than that team, her utility will go down a little bit. Not significantly, but will go down eventually. For example, I think Flynn's, it's the newest character. I think he needs only the electrocharge related reaction that will cause him to generate the lunar charge at the end. Therefore, you cannot use like Benny. You cannot use. You can use them, but their utility, it won't be that important. This is the important. This is what I'm going to talk about next in the team synergy here. Yeah, the team synergy here is tricky in this game. Yeah, you have like you need to have like a premium sub DPS or a premium member for a DPS to work just fine. Like for example, I'm going to only mention the latest character. I'm not going to mention the old one because there is millions of characters in this game. Like for example, Flynn's. If you have Inefa, your damage on Flynn's team will skyrocket. However, if you don't have her, you will be lacking. I mean, you can clear, but we know that HP inflation in each game, it's inevitable. So, like it or not, one day Flynn's overall performance will go down without Inefa. Mark my words. It happened to previous characters like Widen Shogun, Clarent. Yeah, now Flynn's is replacing them. Well, they're already replaced by Veresa. Now, Flynn's, I'm pretty sure, is going to replace Veresa, of course. Mark my words. Anyways, on this game, the team synergy, it's, like I said, it's a little bit tricky, but yeah, it's still good. For me, it's better than Genshin, but I mean it's flexible here. It's actually flexible. It depends on the situation because like there are like how much elements in this game? 7 elements? Yeah, there are a lot. In this game there are only 5, I guess. Yeah, physical, fire, ice. Yeah, 5, just 5. Electric and ether. In this game, six elements. So you know, this game doesn't need the element, to be honest. It only function with outer skills. Here, it actually you need specific elements and you need specific type of a character because like there are like faction and there are like type of characters. There are like supports, stunners, anomaly agent. Yeah, the team synergy in this game is a little bit low compared. Yeah, it's even lower compared to Genshin and Weathering Waves because anomaly team cannot work with attack team. Like these two, only these two elements, they're so much different. They work in a different way. And they just introduced another type of character, which is Rupture Agent. And same thing. These the only 3 that actually deal damage in the game. And you guys know what I'm about to see or to say here. Yeah, it's tricky. If you don't know how to fucking, you need like specific character. If you don't have those specific characters, you're so screwed. Let's say, for example, when I pulled for Astrayal, every team that I had, especially the attackers, their damage increased like significantly. And when you put, like, for example, if you put Soldier Ambi with Trigger, it's so much better than putting her with that tiger. I forgot her freaking, yeah, Pulchra. If you put her with Pulchra, yeah, it's so much different. So, yeah. The team synergy here is quite tricky. Let's be honest, because they improved it actually in the patch 2.x, but it's so much tricky. It's so much hard. It's unbelievable. Until now, I have like maybe 6 teams. I didn't build them. I built them so hard. I don't know. It took me a lot of time to build them. The process that it took me to build them, it was like frustrating. It's unbelievable. However, the team synergy here, it's so easy. You have like DPS, sub DPS, support, and you're good to go. You can play support and dual DPS. Like, for example, there are like synergy with Carlotta and Zhang Liao. Zhang Liao with oh my god, forgetting his name now will be a crime, guys. Shang Li. Oh my god. Like, for example, Lupa with the, yeah, trust me, Lupa with Shanley or with the brand. I mean, there are a lot of flexibility here. There is a lot of flexibility. I'm going to even put 10 here because it's easy. It's so easy. I have like, I don't know, more than 10 teams with few members. I can play even more than that. I can even build like 10 or 20 teams with only 10 members. Trust me, guys, it's not that hard. And it doesn't cost much, to be honest. Unlike this game and this game, you need specific characters. If you don't have those specific characters, you do not clear endgame content. Alright. Character variety. Oh my god. Holy moly. Yeah, this is really important here. The character variety here, I'm giving it 9. I'm giving 9 because of maybe even less, because of one reason. Because currently in the patch 2.x, there isn't much of 4-star characters, so yeah. But here, yeah, 10 out of 10. There are a lot of variety in terms of element, in terms of faction, in terms of the role that they're playing, whether they're support, rupture, stunner. Yeah, there are a lot of variety here. Same thing about this game, but a little bit less. The variety on this game is on elements, and there are some elements that I don't know. Like for example, the Geo faction, the Geo character. Except for Navia and Zhongli, I don't know. Maybe Shiori. The rest for me, I don't know. Yeah. So I'll give it here. Yeah, maybe 6 or 7. Maybe 7, because there are like a lot of elements, and there are some elements that does not react between each other, or like for example, let's say here Chaska. You can put with Chaska only the character that are electro, pyro, cryo, or hydro. You do not want to put animo or cryo or geo with Chaska. And sometimes I really wish if I could put, like for example, Zhang Li with Chaska sometimes. Sometimes I wish I could have the ability to put Nahida, to put Lama with Chaska team. But guess what? You can't. Yeah, you guys, you guys know what I'm. Yeah, the character variety is good, but it's so restricted. It's so restricted here. The character building, of course, it's it's a day and night difference here. It's a day and night difference. It's day and night difference here. I'll even put here 3 and here 6. Guys, I'm going to be honest here. I can build a character in 24 hours. Sorry, in 5 hours in this game. And I got Llama last week, and I still couldn't finish building her. And I already had. Yeah, let's not talk if we are pre-farming. Let's not mention that. I'm going to talk about why later. I'm going to give you a really, really good reason here. The first reason is the amount of materials that you actually need. The materials that you need to build a character in Wuthering Waves, you need the ascension material, which you need to fight bosses, you need flowers, and you need gold. That's all you need. 3 items. In this, you need like 4. You need 4 items. All I mentioned before with those stupid crystals. I don't know why is that even in the game, bro. Yeah, in this game you only need actually 1, but yeah. I think I'll give it a 7 compared to Genshin. But still, there is more items that you need to farm here compared to Wuthering Waves, because the weapon materials, it's the same as the talent material. It's the same material. All right, I need an example here. All right, let's say for example, wrong materials. All right. Yeah, this photo is going to be yeah, this photo is going to be really convincing. All right, where do we copy it? Oh my god. This is Zhong Li, for example. And let's bring, for example, Zhang Li. Alright. Oh, it's so small. Alright, hold on. Oh my god, I just deleted everything. Really? Give me something clear. Come on, man. Are you freaking kidding me now? Alright. Finally. There we go. Alright. What the fuck is this? Yeah, there is a problem in this freaking internet. Alright. We need materials. We need materials here. Finally, a photo with good quality. There is even two characters here. Alright, let's put this one in the front. So, let's count how much material that you actually need here. You need these stones. You need 2 millions of, I think it's the same here. Yeah, it's the same. And you need 419 experience. How much experience that you need here? I don't know if it's already mentioned. Yeah, it's not mentioned. Let's ignore this for now. Let's ignore it. Because I really don't know how much. How much? This is the flowers or whatever is that. You need 168. And guys, this is one of the most annoying material that you really want to farm. It's so annoying, it's unbelievable. How much flower that you need to pull here in total? Just 60. You know what? The last level of ascension here in Genshin, in all Genshin character, you need 60 flowers or whatever is that thing. This is one. The second thing, this is the same material that you need to ascend the talent or the level up the talent. And it's the same as the freaking weapon ascension. You need the same material to level up the weapon. Same thing for here. Yeah, these two are combined. How about here? Yeah, they already have they have two. They have one and they have two. But guess what? It's not the same. And you need more materials, like 114 yellow book. It's almost the double of this. It's insane. It's unbelievable. Let's talk about the weekly boss here. Yeah, you need like 26 here. Alright, what is this? Yeah, you need 26 here. Here you need just 80. This is the only thing that Genshin is using less than, but you can see in order for you to have like an equilibrium here. This is the weekly boss, by the way. And the last thing I'm going to talk about, which is insane, yeah, they have the same amount of daily boss or whatever is that. The same amount, but The only thing that I really hate in Genshin that they can actually change is the amount of these materials that you need. It's crazy. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's just too many. It's just too many. I don't mind farming more of this, but this, yeah, let's not talk about the artifacts and echo things. That's another whole thing. Yeah, that's another whole thing. Yeah, farming echoes it's a lot easier and you have the freedom to do it. However, you need you need to consume stamina system on Genshin if you want to build. Yeah, if you want to build a character or if you want to farm artifacts. Yeah, so two different things there. Building character in Genshin is so annoying. It's a little bit easier here, but again, weapon ascension material is different uh, from character ascension materials. This is the only thing that made Weathering Waves a lot easier. The only thing, guys, that will take you time to finish a character is the weekly boss, because you have like this is. I mean, eventually, Weathering Waves is winning here because you can farm a material 3 times a week for each boss. However, in Genshin, you can only farm it 1 time a week. You don't have the liberty to farm it more than 1 time per week for each boss. Yeah, you can farm multiple other weekly bosses. You have like a reduction of 30%. All of this is good, but don't get me wrong, it will take you forever to finish building the talent on a character because it consumes a lot of books, a lot of mora, and a lot of other materials that are so much freaking annoying to gather. If you want to gather them, holy bro. That reminds me of those, I don't know, the materials that you farm on the sea in Fontaine. You had to kill all of those cute creatures. Yeah. Which will make you like a monster. Holy bro. Next time. Or next up. Holy bro. I need to chill a little bit. Okay. Next up is the end game content. Oh bro, oh boy. Yeah, in I love the end game content in Wuwa, but Whimpering Wastes need a little bit of improvement. They actually before it was like really annoying to clear, but they improved it in their latest cycle. So I'll give it a 10 because the TOA, the Wiwa, the hologram, I enjoy all of them. Same thing for Zenless Zone Zero. It's just sometimes uh, they inflate the HP in Shio defense way badly. Sometimes it's for me as a player who almost free to play player who doesn't have every single character on the game. Yeah, this is my problem. Yeah, sometimes the seventh node on Shio defense, I only clear it with A because there's like it's character specific. If you don't have specific character, you can't clear. You can't clear as a, let's say here, normal player. If you have a PhD in Zenless Zone Zero and you sweat that game, surely you can clear. Surely you can. But other than that, yeah, if you are a normal player who's just wanna enjoy and not sweat everything up, yeah. Genshin? Yeah, I hate Spiral Abyss. I really hate Spiral Abyss with the bottom of my heart for two reasons. The same reason as Zenless Zone Zero, if you don't have like specific characters, you just go yourself. You just go yourself. Bottom line. Otherwise, you need a PhD in this game to learn every character how it works and maybe find something here and there or find a unique team with a roster that you have, and they need to be really 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 well built. Other than that, you don't clear. You don't clear with 36 stars. You don't. You just don't. So yeah, this is the first reason. The second reason, yeah, so you know, guys, most of these games has two floors. Like for example, in Whimpering Waste, in that challenge, you have two floors. Shield Defense has two floors. If you die, if a character die on the second floor, you reset the second floor. However, same thing for Wuwa, Whimpering Waste in Weathering Waves. However, if you freaking die, which 90%, maybe 80% of the cases, since this game has no dodging or parrying system, you just, if there is a hit, you just dodge and get lucky not to be hit, or there is no counter attack, there is no dodging or parrying system. That's why its combat mechanics is even lower than that compared to the other two games. You just die if you don't have a shielder. Let me repeat that. You just die. You just what, guys? You die. And if that happens, you have to fucking do the first floor. Oh my god, bro. That shit is driving me crazy. Sometimes it's so hard to finish the first floor. And when I go, oh my god, I finally finished the first floor with good score. And I go to the second floor, boom! There is a weak character that is not fully built. And you are, you are in the first chamber. This is the third reason why I hate this mode. Is in the first, like, for example, if you are in the first chamber, second floor, a weak character that is not fully built, sometimes you can just get one-shotted. And if you got one-shotted, you only have to reset. And if you want to reset, you will have to do the first floor, which it sucks, especially if you clear it before with a good amount of time. And you cannot not reset because you need that character if you want to clear with a very good amount of time. So yeah, if you have to reset the whole from the first floor. I really, it's been 5 years and they didn't make that happen. It's so bad. It's unbelievable. I hate that mode. I'm talking about the 12th floor here, by the way, guys. I'm talking about the floor number 12. Alright, the rest of the floors, if your character are even mid, you can clear it. So, Imaginarium Theater. Yeah, if you don't have enough character, you don't play that. And you are missing on a lot of fun. You're missing on a lot of fun, to be honest. I like this mode, don't get me wrong. I cleared it just yesterday. I cleared it I cleared visionary mode with 9 stars, and I got screwed just because I didn't save Rina for the last boss. So yeah, it can be so much fun. The only thing that I hate about this mode is you need to have a good amount, a specific amount of characters, and you have like 3 elements that you need to use, that you have to use. If only they put, instead of just 3, they put 4 elements, that could have been so much better. That would solve this problem so for the better. But guess what? If you are a new player, you just go yourself. Bottom line, if you don't have enough characters built at least at level 70, you just go yourself. And they even added another difficulty, which is the lunar mode. I have no idea about that. Until now, I had 9 stars in visionary mode, and that is the first time I had that amount of stars anyway. So yeah, that's an achievement for me. I'm not going to talk about Stygian Onslaught here because it's still new. Yeah. That mode, it sucks. The only thing that is good about that mode, however, it can be played in co-op. However, it's so rare when you accidentally find a team that you can synergize with, or you need to find a whale if you want to clear Menace with co-op team. Trust me, it's hard, it's unbelievable. That's why I'm giving this game only 5 here. Just because of, yeah, even 4. Yeah, it's so bad, it's unbelievable. End game content on this game, it's so bad. I'm not talking about the way that you enjoy, you actually can enjoy it if you have characters, if you have enough characters. If you are an old player, if you are a new player, go yourself. This is why I'm ranking it at, yeah, maybe even 5. Alright. You only need 6 character here in Wuwa. And you need how much, let's calculate how much teams that you need here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You need like 7 teams, maybe even 6 teams to clear the TOA nowadays. I think less than that. You can only need, I don't know, maybe 4 teams. Alright, hold on. Because each floor, it consumes 5 energy. And you can use a team 2 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you need 3 teams. You need 3 teams here. You need here 3 teams to clear anything. 3 good teams. One of them must be Miyabi and the other one Yishuan. You can clear anything. You can clear almost anything. Same thing for here. Sorry. Unlike here, for imaginary Tether, you need yeah. Let me count how many floor is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in visionary mode. You need 10 teams. You need 10 teams, ladies and gentlemen, to clear visionary mode. Yeah, that does not look good. That actually does not look good, unfortunately, for the game. And not just 10 teams. You need specific teams with specific elements, with specific DPSs. So, like, let's say, for example, if you have, like, I have like weakness, like some really bad element, like for example, the cryo element, my cryo teams is the worst. Dendro team, I only have 2 good members. Hydro, I don't have I have no DPS in these three elements. Even fusion as pyro as well. So if these three elements are in the cycle, yeah, I'm screwed. Yeah, I'm screwed. You don't have DPSs unless they give you one, and you can only borrow one from one of your friends. And you pray to God that there is a DPS that is actually invited into the game, which is rarely will happen. That's a really slim chance. That is so. It's a slim chance. Yeah. Bosses. All right. We're done with that. We're going to talk now about bosses and mob variety. Yeah, I think all the game has a really good amount of enemy variety here, but it's actually hard. It's just I prefer the Weathering Waves bosses. They are really fun to play against. Maybe I'll just give them 9 because, sorry, 9, just because Zenless has even better bosses. Some really insane one. If you if you don't know how to fight a boss, you're so screwed. Like, for example, the latest boss in Zenless Zone Zero, that huge, guys. You need to parry that character. You need to parry that boss. If you don't parry it, you don't gain a specific boss buff, and you're so screwed. That's how you clear it in Deadly Assault. However, in Weathering Waves, yeah, you don't need to know a lot on an enemy. You just need to know where it's going to nuke you. You just know how to dodge and when to parry and when to actually attack. And you need to just try to break his stagger bar. It's nothing too crazy. Yeah. And they introduced a lot of things. They're introducing also the miasma shield here, so there is a lot of variety here. There is a lot of variety here. Same thing for Genshin. I think I'll even put 9 here and 10 here. I mean, yeah, it's because the game is older. It will have more variety and mob bosses and mob variety. So this might be an unfair comparison here. So we'll only compare these two here. So yeah, I think it's almost the same for me. It's almost the same. It's just in Weathering Waves, it's simpler but effective. And here it's complicated but so much fun. It's like two different things with the same effect for me. I enjoyed both of them. I enjoy both of them. In here, yeah, you have a lot of bosses that you actually need to know how to fight, and yeah, you need a Wikipedia here. There is a Wikipedia here for just the enemies and stuff on this game. Yeah, it's just too many. It's just too many, guys. All right, but in general, all the games are so good. Let's be honest here. All the games that I play are so good in terms of mobs and boss enemies and bosses varieties. Most importantly, I think we should eliminate this one. It's not that different here. It's unfair to compare here. However, here we go again. The HP inflation, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah. We have no HP inflation here. We have a lot of HP inflation here. And we have a lot of HP inflation here. Yeah, maybe here is a little worse because they fixed this lately. They do some equilibrium, because when the HP inflation exactly affected this game, It affected when Miyabi got released. When Miyabi got released, almost every character that was released that deals ice damage, like for example Ellen Joe, yeah, they were benched. I myself was trying hard to build my Ellen Joe to deal so much damage, and she always disappoint me because I'm not that great on Ellen. It's just because you have to do that very long charge attack to gain those stacks to do more damage. Yeah, I hated that. Miyabi, on the other hand, she was so simple to use, not too complicated, and by that, she did some damage. You just need to put her with another support, and even a stunner, she can work with. I forget his name. Yeah, that ice standard character. That's furry guy. He's great with her. He's so great. He can use that ice shred and stun the enemy, and she can just slice him and ice him easily. I just cleared the latest Shiyu defense with them, along with Astraya. That team is insane. Let's be honest here. Alrighty. Last thing, before the last thing that we're going to talk here, the HP inflation with. Before that, we're going to talk about the HP inflation in this game. I know it myself. I noticed the presence of this, or when this is actually started on this game, is when Mavuika got released. Yeah, she dealt those crazy numbers compared to Arlecchino, and I really hated that. Myself, I really hated that. Yeah, she dealt like crazy amount of damage, bro. And I wasn't with the lucky players that got her because I lost the 50-50 to her, to Chichi, again, because I also lost to Chichi with Arlecchino. That's why I hate that character, despite it's so cute, whatever is that, but I hate that character. Screw that character, it can go to hell. Yeah, that's why I've been playing for 1 year, and until now, I don't have a single pyro DPS. I have Gamin, but he suck ass. He is so fucking. Yeah. Alright. The difficulty scale in here. It's stable. It's stable on weathering waves. Sometimes Wuwa can get harder, sometimes can get harder a little bit. Like for example, the previous patch of Whimpering Waste, it was really, really hard, guys. It might be the hardest one because you cannot clear it with. Sorry, it's not that you cannot clear it. I mean, I cleared it with. I cleared it with S, with old character, but you cannot triple S it. You cannot triple S with normal with the previous with old character. But at least you can get the maximum reward, guys. That's why it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't freaking matter here. You can clear, you can get all the rewards. That what matters here. The rest is just satisfactory. It's just what you get, the bonus that you get when you have like the newest character. Yeah. So let's be honest here. The difficulty here, it is stable. Yeah. Let's say here impact. Impact. All right. So the next one. Yeah, this is tricky here. This is a little bit tricky because because of the presence of HP inflation, it actually impacted the difficulty. So yeah, I mean it's invertibly proportional. Yeah, you know what I mean, guys. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7, maybe 8. Yeah, the difficulty on this game, it's insane. 8, not 80. Same score as before. I mean, it's almost the same thing. At least here, you get to enjoy the difficulty here. However, I don't enjoy the difficulty here. It's only make me cry. Not cry, I never cry. It makes me angry. Holy bro, I mean, just take a look, guys. Just take a look on my yesterday's stream. You will understand. You will understand. Trust me, guys. Oh my god, there's still more. I need to really. Alright, multiplayer. Let's go faster on these. Because I really spent a lot of time talking about it. Holy bro. The multiplayer options. Oh boy. The co-op. Let's talk about the co-op here. Because unfortunately there is no PvP on this game. I wish they introduced that. Because it already exists in this game. That's why the PvP is good. But the co-op on this game is so bad. So let's say co-op. Alright, come on. What happened to my keyboard? Co-op versus PvP. Alright? Let's put it just like that. Alright. The co-op on this game is great. It's almost great. But it's lacking. It's lacking, guys. Let's be honest here. Every single co-op combat event that has introduced on this game, I loved it. I wish they bring it back. I'll give it a 10. However, there is no PvP introduced in game. Like for example, to see my ranking on the score of the Web Train Wastes and put a ranking like top 1%, top 10%, 29. Yeah, there is none here. There is none. However, on this game, there is no co-op except for one fun event, which is PvP. There is two events, sorry. There is two events. There is the event that you play with that bamboo and you do those mini games, those challenges. I freaking love that event so much. And they also introducing the ranking on how your ranking on the score that you get on Notorious Hunt. If you gain like 9.4 points on all of those floors, those bosses, at the end you can get to see your overall score on sorry, you get to see your overall ranking if you have that. I don't know if you have that top if you have full points. So yeah, I'll give it 10 here out of 10. Yeah, I'll use another symbol so we don't screw this. So people won't understand this differently. Yeah, there is no PvP here and there is no co-op here. Yeah, in this game it's mid. The co-op, on the co-op on this game, it's actually great. There is that end game Stygian and Onslaught. You can play it in co-op, and if you find like really good people that actually can, know how to play the game and cooperate, not play against you, it can be really fun. But I'm going to give it only 9. However, the PvP on this game, uh, it's only, I only see it regarding um yeah, how much people are clearing the Stygian onslaught, I guess, and there are like some events. So I think it's good, but yeah, there is a lot of room of improvement. Oh, I forgot. There were like mini games that you play against a player. So yeah, that is great. That is great. To be honest, that is still cool. But I mean, the co-op need more improvement. There are some stupid event that you play in co-op. I actually need improvement. Yeah, by a lot. But don't get me wrong. I really enjoy them overall. Okay. Finally, we get to. This was a really long one. Oh my god, bro. Alright. The Gasha system and economy system. Yeah, I'm going to give it here 10, 9, 5. The Gasha banner system 10, 9, maybe even 8, 4. Free to play friendliness 9, 7. Yeah, it's going down there, guys. Character drip marketing, awesome. Then I'm going to explain everything at the end. Don't worry. The drip marketing on this game is suck ass. I don't like it at all. But yeah, it's mid. On this game, it's a little bit better. It's better, not just a little bit. The overall rewards on this game is peak. I love it. Suck ass, even worse. Yeah, it's not that great. It is good, but it's not that great. Yeah, there are some luxurious chests that's supposed to give you 20 primo gems. They only give you 10. It's the same amount as the precious chest, but the luxurious chest, it took a lot of energy, a lot of most of their puzzles are a little bit long and need more thinking and stuff. Sometimes you need to even finish a full quest to unlock a luxurious chest, and at the end you get the same result as the same amount of primo gems as a precious chest. That is so stupid. And a luxurious chest on a shrine of depth is costing 280, and just a normal one 10. That is, I don't know. That is so stupid for me. That is always stupid. Why not make all of the luxurious chest 25 or sorry, 20 to 40, maybe 30. Just make it 20 or 30. Even in Weather Waves, the equivalent of luxurious chest does give you 40 astrite. Some of them does give you a full standard pull, guys. A full standard pull, guys. So yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad in this game. I'll just give it a 5 just because they gave you a lot of chests. A lot of chests compared to Weathering Waves. Because the maps here are so big. But to be honest, if you see the big picture, it's going to be the amount of astrite you can get here is more than the number of primo gems you can get here. No matter how the number is greater here. So yeah, it's still bad. It's still bad. But you also have that shrine of depth. You have those. I don't know, like in Fontaine, that Fontaine tablet of Tona and Natlan. You can get more pulls with that. So yeah, it might be 60 here. you can get Oculus to level up those statues, so that will give you more. So yeah. The character F2P friendliness, it's not 100% on Weathering Waves. I'll say 80% of the characters are F2P friendly. 80%. If you see my tier list, a lot of characters are either goated or broken. The vast majority, the rest are just sub DPSs or standard characters. But a lot of them does not need a premium sub DPS or yeah. You just need Shorekeeper, Verena, these two as a support. Sometimes even Aero Rover does the job in the Aero team. The MC. So yeah. We're still good here. So 80% here of the character are F2P friendly. However, in these two games, I'll give it 50-50 here. 30% here are F2P friendly. 30%. If you don't have, like, let's say for example, Mavuika. If you don't have Citlali with her, or at least a character that apply the cryo, yeah, that melt. I mean, even if you don't have Citlali, let's be honest here. If you don't have Citlali, that damage will decline significantly. Yeah, let's be honest here. Alright. And there is plenty of character that you need if you want to clear the end game content. I'm talking about if you want to clear the end game content. Let's be honest here. You need some really insane amount of characters. Insane amount of character. So, yeah. I mean, the whole game is not free to play friendly. It's the free to play friendliness. It's so bad. It's unbelievable. It's so bad. Alright. Event. Yeah. I'm going to finish what I started, and I am going to re-explain all of this at the end. Event rewards are okay on this game. Nothing too crazy. I mean, it's almost the same, but yeah, the events on this game are so a little bit stingier. Yeah, do not question that. Do not dare to question that. The vast majority will agree with me. The vast majority will agree with me here. Yeah, the first anniversary, we were a little bit disappointed on the Weathering Waves first anniversary, but they just fixed it right away and they gave us what we wanted. So I'll give it a 10. I'll give it either a 9. Here they gave us a really good. I'm not going to not agree with that. They actually gave us really good results, really good rewards, but I don't know. I feel like some things are lacking to be perfect. Yeah. I mean, giving me a standard 5-star, is that something crazy? Yeah. Tell me that there is someone who clears a content with D-Look without a premium support. Like, for example, Furina, Shinya, or they call it the, I forgot her name. Yeah, Shinyon or Shanyon. I freaking forgot her other name. I forgot her freaking other name. Yeah, that's one who gives you the ability to plunge. Because D-Look is only good at plunging. Yeah. Other than that, he sucks. He sucks, bro. He's doing no damage. Unless you have him at C6. You might. Modernization, modernization ethic. Yeah. This is a hard one. I mean, I've never seen something really unfair on this game, except for sometimes the pricing on some skins. But anyways, I never bought a skin anyway. So I'll just give it a 9 here. It's same here, I guess, because I think they have the same pricing. However, on this game, yeah, they have a lot of predatory systems. Yeah, I'll give it a 4. Just because of Mavuika's banner. They put Mavuika and Sitlali in one freaking banner. Yeah. And even the banner that just the current banner, it's Flynn's with Yalan. And Yalan will be his best in slot teammate that she's constantly triggering Hydro. The way before this one, with it was Lauma with Nahida. Let's say you have Nahida. How about if you don't have, Lauma is work. It does work really well with a Bloom team because her Lunar Bloom team or Lunar Bloom deals a lot of damage, so she will work greatly with Lunar team. However, if you don't have Nilu, yeah, I see no need for that or no reason for that. So yeah, I didn't have Nilu and I didn't got to call for it since I'm a poor since I am a poor what F2P player. That's why I couldn't pull for it. So yeah, I just need to go. Guys, you know the damn word. You know really well the damn word. Yeah. Anyways, okay. Um. So yeah, this is my overall opinion regarding this. The pull rate per patch, guys. Let's be honest here. Me as an F2P player on these two games, I get to pull at least one character. At least, I'm talking about at least one premium character in each two patches. In case I lost the 50-50, that's in case. So that consider that as two 5-star characters. So at least one 5-star character per patch. Same thing for Zenless. However, this one, the banner system of this one is a little bit trickier because here you don't have the 50-50 on the weapon banner. So the weapon are guaranteed. In this game, yeah, it's so bad. The reward are so bad. You just guys just look at the summary. There are people who are actually counting this, and you're going to know. You're going to know why I just it's mid. It's nothing too crazy. Maybe in Nod Cry they have more rewards, but it's still mid. I can only pull one 5-star in 2 to 3 patches, guys. In 2 to 3 patches. And I do every single thing. I do all the events. I almost max out on Imaginarium or Spiral Abyss. Yeah, not Spiral Abyss. Forget that. I can 30, maybe 34 star it. If I'm lucky, I have good characters that they actually want. Yeah, other than that, yeah, I'm so screwed. Yeah, I'm so screwed, guys. The banners, because of another system, the banner system on this game is so scam. There is like the Chronicle banner. They have separate pity. Uh, the Chronicle banner is the real equivalent of the banner system that when they actually put all of those characters in the anniversary of this game. The anniversary they put in each part, they put a separate, I don't know, there were 5 characters. And guess what? They share the same pity as the main premium banner, as the limited time banner. So yeah, that's why I got Phoebe. And even I won the 50-50. So yeah, I was lucky. I think yeah, it was Zani's banner, and I got Phoebe as well. I got 2 premium characters. Like I said, the reward on this game is so rewarding. This game is so rewarding, but the pity is higher. The max pity on this game on the guarantees is 80. However, here it's only it's up to 90. Same here, it's 90. However, we have the 50-50 in the character banner. We don't have the 50-50 here on the weapon banner. However, we have the 75 to 25 here between these two. And here you get to lose the 50, you get to lose that chance to a standard weapon, but at least you can pull for the specific weapon. On here, yeah, you don't get that luxury to do that. You have to choose a path. You're choosing a weapon, but there is a 75% that you're getting it, or getting the other one that you might even don't have the character for it. And if you don't, like for example, in my case, I was trying to pull on Raiden Shogun's weapon, and I got Kenishi's weapon on 0 pity. I don't know either whether to get mad or happy. I don't have Kenish, bro. I don't have it. And I tried to get it. I wasn't lucky. And then as a result, I quitted Genshin for like 1 month. Just because I fucking got really mad for that predatory system of the weapon banner. Yeah, the weapon banner on this game, it's so freaking bad. The Chronicle banner has separate pity. This is even worse than I thought. Yeah, it's I'll give it even a 2. It's so bad. The Gasha system on this game, it's so bad. It's unbelievable. Now I'll give it a 7 because you can still lose there is a 25% chance to lose the weapon that you want to a standard weapon, which is sucks. So free to play friendliness, I mean, it's obvious. It is obvious. It is obvious, guys. Let's be honest here. It is way obvious. Alrighty. Character drip marketing. Yeah, this is obvious. I mean, first things first. I'm going to talk about the art. The art is peak. This is the first thing. The second thing, the way that they use or they introduced the demo of the character, when they actually, like for example, as an introduction, like for example, Zani, there she go on a roof and she's going to fight some characters, and they use that 2D animation and they transfer it to a 3D animation, or the opposite, they transfer the 3D animation to a 2-dimensional. It's so epic. It's so amazing. I really love it. Yeah, the other on this game, it's so bad. I don't like it at all. It's I mean, I almost saw all the characters demos. Some of them are, yeah, I don't have to talk about it. It's a personal taste here. I don't like it. Don't judge me here. It's just I don't like it. Here, there are, I mean, I like half of them, but the other half is bad. I don't like it. Here, there are some characters that I don't like, to be honest. But the overall drip, I mean, the character that I don't like is only Linian. It's the only character that I hate in that game. But yeah, I don't care about it. I just act that it doesn't exist. But 50% of the premium characters here are, I don't know. I feel like they could have drip marketed them in a way better, in a very, very good way. So yeah, as you can see, let's see an example here. For example, Lucia, they had an initial design and they fucked it up and they had to change it because of, guys, why? Because of few stuff. They had to change it. So yeah, they just keep screwing some things up. So that's why they're not on the top here. That's why. All right. Next up, I guess. Genshin. Most of the characters are so good. The rest is like, for example, Versailles was ridiculous as fuck. I didn't like it at all. Yeah. So, but there are some really good one like Arlecchino, Chlorinde. Almost all the Fontaine character, especially except for Laney, I didn't like it a lot. All right, hold on. I don't like his design. However, his story and his drip marketing was really great, but the gameplay and his design, yeah. Especially those weird pants, bro. Oh my god, what is that? Yeah. I already explained this. I already explained this as well. I don't have to go through it again. You guys know this. I don't have to talk about it. Yeah, but still, in this game, the overall event rewards are so much better compared to Zenless. Yeah, I think we explained the main things here. Most of people will agree with me, other will disagree. I welcome every kind of argument here. I don't mind at all. Last thing, I'm going to talk about the technical performance and properties. This is a very, 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 very crucial thing on the game. Very important because, ladies and gentlemen, this is like the interface, or how do you play, or how do you actually enjoy the game, or how the game is investing on you, or you investing on the game, or yeah, it can be both ways. Let's say, for example, here, the most important thing, the quality of life optimization. Yeah, we'll talk about it, but let's start with the UI system design. Yeah, I love Genshin. I love Wuthering Waves. Zenless it's a little bit. It needs improvement. It needs a lot of improvement. Sometimes I don't even know where to access that. Where you craft the crafting. I don't know where to access it. I have to go to the bag and choose something to craft, and yeah, I can get lost in the UI. They really need to improve it. They improved the map, but they need more. Genshin, it's still mid. It's still basic. Yeah, it's still mid. They need to introduce more things. Like, for example, this has to do with the quality of life optimization, which is so bad on this game. Yeah, I'll even give it a 4. Maybe, yeah, 4. I'm not changing my mind here because guys, they really need a lot of improvement. Like for example, I have to go every single time to the to that crafting bench to craft something. Why not put it on the menu like Wedding Waves is doing? That's why I'm giving them 10 out of 10. Another reason they have a skip button. They don't. That's why, and they Zenless also they do. Also, the stamina system, which I'm going to talk about, it has to do with it's a quality of life, but it is separated. To be honest, that's what for Weathering Waves it is 8 because you only have 3 days. However, in Zenless you have like forever. You can grind as many as berries that you can. Yeah, on this game is it sucks. It's so bad. Yeah, it's so bad. You, you have first of all the amount of resin it's so little. 200. I mean, we need an overcap on that. First things first. Then we need a resin reserve. If you don't want to give us a resin reserve, at least give us more chances to craft more condensed resin. Like for example, we can craft 5. How about make it 10? How about make it 20? That would be good, but make it cost less. Yeah, I mean they already make it cost less, so yeah, that is somehow already done. So yeah, that's why I'm giving it only 3 here. It's so bad. It's the stamina system on this game. It's so bad. All right, the quality of life on this game in Zenless, it's good, but they have room of improvement. Like maybe a disk loadout. Holy, that would be perfect. That would be perfect. A crafting menu, or they need to improve the UI. They need to improve the the map better. It's better. Don't get me wrong, it's better, but it has more room for improvement. There is always room for improvement. Let's be honest here. But Weathering Waves has almost every very important quality of life already present on the game. Echo loadout, skip button, respecting our time if something is silly. I don't know. There are a lot of things, to be honest. There are a lot of things. They're even introducing more things, like for example, the auto lock thing, the modification on the echoes. Um, yeah, you can, but you can only modify the main stats. Yeah, Genshin is doing something a little bit better on modifying, not modifying, but having the chance to modify other. But it's not effective. This is the issue here. It's not effective, and it costs higher. So yeah, it's still not that great. The time spent on the game, yeah, Zenless has the least amount of time. Weathering Waves came after, yeah. You have to use those resin. If you don't have to use those resin, the resins at least one each 2 days, one per, but mostly you just have to use it one each day. Yeah. So, and you have, I mean, it's even less than that. You have to go to travel to the map. You search what I want to farm, what I want to use, what I want to actually need, it's so much work, and it takes you a lot of time. However, here you can reserve as many as berries or energy berries as you need or as you want. You have like 2,400 reserve on that stamina, guys. And you can go up to 1,000 on your main battery, not the reserve battery, the main battery. Because what you can do in these dailies, you can do only 3 things and you're done. You go take coffee, you have those additional 80 batteries, you go manage your shop or your various store, and you go manage or you go do divination or scratch that card. You're good. And your dailies are good. The only thing that you're lacking is in the battle pass. You will be lacking consuming 150 batteries. So yeah, you can do that if you want, but if you don't, you just exit anyway. You have you almost maxed on dailies. You got those 60 polychromes that you really want. And by that, you're doing some of the weeklies as well. So yeah, it's the least amount of time. However, in Weathering Waves, to be honest, you need to farm something. It's like Genshin. It's just here. It's faster than Genshin. It's faster because you just need to farm one domain or one thing, because there is less amount of material that you're farming compared to Genshin. Because Genshin, there is like weapon material farming, talent material farming, artifact farming, boss farming, weekly boss farming. This is just 5. In Weathering Wave, you have material farming. That's 1. You have weekly boss and bosses farming. You can add these 2 as the experience farming. Let's call it money farming, mora or credit, and weapon experience farming. These 3 things does exist in both games. I'm excluding these, but these are important and they consume time. It's just you don't need that. You don't need to do that in Weathering Waves more often. Yeah. Otherwise, for me, for example, I need to do that in Genshin. I really need to do that. Sometimes I just farm Mura and experience while I am desperate. I am in dire need of other material. My Benny is not even crowned, guys. My Benny is ultimate. It's not even crowned. Because you need like 3 things, maybe 4 things. You need that crown, you need that weekly boss, you need the money, the mora for it, and you need those materials that you need. It's just too much to farm, and you get lost. You just get lost in this game. That's why it's so bad, and it's so bad, and it's so bad. Yeah, it's so bad. It's worse than that. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my god, I've been talking forever. It's the same thing. Material farming, guys. It's the same thing here. Yeah, 10, 8. It's the same thing here. There is too much material here, then here, and here, then here. Yeah, it's just too much. So yeah, the grind. It's the same thing. The grinding intensity. I'm calling here the grinding intensity in the map. Like farming flowers, like for example, in this case, you can farm flowers and farming echoes. For example, maybe echoes can be tricky, but if you they really introduced more stuff. They give you like specific boxes. If you do that weekly event, you get those boxes. When you get like a lot, I have like 100 of these boxes. So if I need like an echo or something, I can just use them. I don't have to go grind of echoes anymore. I haven't grind of echoes since Zani. I swear, I think since Zani, I only farmed for the Capitano because I had like no Spectro Capitano, and you need that as a main slot. That is the only thing that I grind for. Other than that, I only grind for flowers. Yeah, that is the only thing that I grind for. So yeah, the grinding intensity on this game, it's so F2P friendly. On this game, yeah, I don't think there is some map grinding, but yeah, it's only rewards and chests and stuff. It's I mean it doesn't exist. You don't need those. Let's call it here map grind intensity or grinding intensity. So yeah, it doesn't exist here, I guess, because you don't have, you know, there is no flowers and stuff. That's why building characters on this game, it's better than Genshin for sure. Yeah, here is so bad. It's so bad. It's unbelievable. They try to make it better nowadays to give you more stuff. Like, for example, building llama was easier. But guys, think about building Zhangli. Thinking about building Kachin. You know how hard to find those rocks? I'll give you one better. Think about grinding for those flowers that Wanderer use. And you need how much? 140, I think. I forgot. It was. I think it's more than that. It's more than that. Hold on. It's just here. All right. All right. Hold on. Hold on. You need 168. 100 and that is too many. Yeah. And there are even harder flowers, by the way. There are even harder flowers that needs you more. That needs you more of effort, more time to gather. So yeah, I'll even give it 4 because lately the farming of these materials is easier compared to earlier. So yeah, multiplayer experience. Yeah, I already talked about this before, so I guess I'll just yeah, it's the same. I mean, here it's great. Yeah, I think this is the same as this one, not this one. This one. Yeah, I think I've already talked about this, so yeah, I'll just sorry about that. Yeah, I'll just remove it. Yeah, I'll just freaking remove this. So bugs and this is so funny. Yeah, this is actually really funny to be honest. I lately had a really funny bug when um I was with Yuno and she just sink below and I was like too crazy. How to get her out of there, bro? Oh my god. I mean, yeah, all of these games have some really insane bugs, but yeah, this one they really need to fix their bugs. This game has a lot of bugs, especially lately. I don't know about this game. I never experienced a bug, so I think this game is great. I might miss something. I'm not sure yet. Genshin, yeah, same as it's even worse than Genshin. It's even worse than Weather and Waves, guys. It's even worse. The storage, finally, the storage management on this game is good. This game is okay. Yeah, this game doesn't have any storage management, I think. Yeah, it's I mean the game doesn't take a lot of storage for sure, but yeah, I wish they give like in Zenless Zone Zero, they give you the ability to delete the cutscenes that take more storage. I wish they do that in here. In Genshin, there is good. I'm going to talk here about the PC. The PC storage management because I'm a PC player. I used to be a mobile player for Genshin. They had very good storage management in mobile. However, in PC, you go yourself. Yeah, it doesn't even exist. It's zero. Yeah, it doesn't even exist. I think it's the same for this one. It doesn't exist at all. However, on this game, it's only specific for cutscenes. I mean, there are main quests. I already done them. Just delete them, all of them, all the files that are related to them. Just delete them, like they do here in Genshin for mobile. However, mobile in these two games, I don't know. I have no idea because I've never played them on mobile before. I tried, but I didn't. I don't know. I didn't. I need to Google that. So, how is this looking? Yeah, Zenless Zone Zero is losing quite hard here, but Genshin is winning here. So, Weathering Waves is winning here. Genshin is losing compared to both games. I mean, Weathering Waves is winning here hardly, and Genshin is losing hardly in the gameplay system, the Gasha system. Holy bro, Genshin has really bad scores. They have good reason for it. And yeah, Weathering Waves has like almost all the points. That's why I'm giving Genshin, sorry, Weathering Waves, I'm giving it. See that, guys? Yeah, it's 9 out of 5. Yeah, it's 9 out of 5. It's a peak game. It's a very good game. The devs loves this game, and they do anything to improve it. In every patch, by the way, in almost every patch, they add something really good. At least one thing that really good. Zenless, it's not bad, but it's not peak like Weathering Waves. There are a lot of room of improvement. I love this game regarding their the way that they're handling some things, like they're respecting your time. They give you it's a little bit F2P friendly, where more F2P friendly compared to Genshin, but and combat system and some events are so much fun. The game story is great. but the overworld exploration and properties is so bad. They need to really work on this. So I'm giving it 7.9, maybe just 7 out of 10. Because, yeah, I mean, 2 points only for that exploration. I mean, they're improving it compared to the first chapter, but there is still more room for improvement. Yeah, Genshin, I'm giving it 6.60. Yeah, 6.3 out of 10. Yeah, because I love the exploration on this game. I enjoyed a lot of content regarding the main quest, the world quests, the some of the cutscenes in general. The combat is fun, but not compared to the other games. There are some combat that I really enjoy, like for example, Chlorins, Raiden Shogun, Navia when she blasts everything up. When you see a lot of numbers there, holy bro, yeah, it's not that great. It's not big, but it's so much fun. It's so much fun, and okay, they're really bad in this section here. Yeah, the Gasha system on this game is. I'm playing this game just for the main quest, the exploration, and to have fun just in that. So forget about the Gasha and the economy system and the technical performance and stuff, the quality of life. Yeah, they really need to work on these two. They really need to listen to their players. They need to work on the satisfactory. This is a really important factor regarding the satisfactory. Yeah, I'm talking about these two things. The others, I mean, they're already good to great. So this is my final scoring here. Don't get me wrong here, guys. This doesn't mean that Genshin is a bad game. I play that game. I enjoy that game. It's just there is some stuff that need to be improved. There are a lot of stuff, to be honest, that need to be improved. And the devs really need to love this game because I don't think they, I feel like they hate this game somehow. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I'm pretty sure a lot of players will disagree with this, but guys, let's be honest here. Everyone has his own preferences, his own characteristic, his own standards. I respect that. I respect everyone's opinion. This is my opinion. I don't give a fuck about anything else. If you disagree, I respect that. If you agree, yeah, so this is my overall breakdown regarding these two games, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to suggest your thoughts or anything you do or you do think regarding this game. I welcome every kind of arguments, disagreement, or anything else. And I hope to see you guys later. Peace.